Well, a very good morning to you from the beautiful mother city, and what a beautiful morning it is as the veil of cloud lifts off Table Mountain in the backdrop, as you will see in a moment. And behind me, the parliamentary choir, of course, doing their thing. SONA 2020 is what we're welcoming you to this morning. It's all about the pomp, it's all about the ceremony, and of course, it's all about the austerity, because that is the backdrop against which today's SONA will take place. State of the Nation address, the fourth for our incumbent President Cyril Ramaphosa. Of course, he had two last year and another this year and one the year before. And we are now going to be joined by our host this morning here, Mayor Thandi Modise, who is, of course, going to preside over proceedings here as the Speaker in the National Assembly, to find out exactly what we can expect as 2,000 guests will descend on these premises today. Mayor Thandi, thanks so much for speaking to us. Welcome to Morning Live.
Good morning to your listeners.
Well, it's very good to see you, and of course we can see that the place is decked out. Everybody seems to be ready. Tell us about the preparations at this stage.
We are ready to roll. Everything is in place. You can see our choir, you can see our morale. We're just raring to go. I hope the President is as ready as we are. Our guests started arriving 2 days ago, so we will have a full house. We are hoping that we will start on time and finish on time.
We know that this SONA is going to be particularly difficult, and in as much as South Africans have had to tighten their belts, we expect Parliament to do the same. So talk to us about any cost-cutting measures that you've implemented.
So far, we have put aside 2.1 million. We expect Parliament to spend far less than that. We've been cutting costs since 2014. You will see that there isn't much of branding around the roads and whatever. We have cut eminent people, we have cut competitions, but we do not intend to continue to cut public participation on SONA itself. So we're expecting that we'll go far below 2.1. We're expecting to have the usual music, the choir, the band from the Sandaf. We are expecting that guests will arrive on time, that they will have eaten wherever they come from, because we will not be providing any food.
We're also expecting some disruption this evening, as was announced by the economic freedom fighters. What are the plans that Parliament have in place to contend with this?
Parliament operates within the law. It has been empowered by the Constitution to make its internal arrangements, which include rules. This will be a joint sitting, which means the joint sitting rules of both houses will be applied. And that's all we have. That's all we can have. A reliance on the rule of law, the rules of Parliament, and that's it.
And there was also yesterday a press conference that was called by the supporters of former President Jacob Zuma, and that brought into question, the confirmation of guests, some of the eminent guests that will be here. In terms of the former presidents, who will be in attendance tonight?
So far, the former President Mbeki, former President and Deputy President Motlanthe have confirmed. Former Deputy President de Klerk had also confirmed. Membete, as the former presiding officer, has confirmed. And those are the confirmations we have. We picked up yesterday that somebody had tweeted from Parliament. We're looking into the matter. As far as we know, that was out of order, because former President that is Zuma had up to now not given us any confirmation. We are aware that he is not well. We wish him well.
And then speaking of FW de Klerk and his attendance here, going back to the EFF question, where they said they do not wish him to attend, and therefore they will once again disrupt these proceedings if he does.
Inevitably, South Africans must accept that we have a past, and that past had players. We may not like the players. They are South Africans. In terms of our rules, he is invited. He is a former president of the Republic before Ntate Mandela. And therefore, he is within his rights to come or to decline the invitation of Parliament. Unfortunately, Parliament has no right to say we're not inviting this one and we are inviting that one. We're working towards an integrated, yes, multi-layered, differentiated society called South Africa. We as Parliament must be that glue that brings a South African nation together. We cannot be part of the divisions. We must work towards making sure that all of us begin to work towards one South Africa.
And in terms of increased security presence here today, has that been beefed up at all?
We have not necessarily gone out of our way to beef up. You will know that the key point act has been changed to something called critical infrastructure. In terms of that, Parliament becomes a key that is focused on, and there is nothing extraordinary. We are expecting that within our precinct we will have police as usual when we have major stuff, because remember, all three arms of state are under one roof. This is the only time that you bring everybody under. You have international guests, you have prominent people, so yes, in terms of that, they will be coming, we are prepared, but we have not gone out of our way to do anything extraordinary.
Well, and just a final message from Parliament to the people of South Africa, who no doubt will have their eyes glued on the proceedings here tonight. What is your message as the host here?
Please tune in. Please continue watching Parliament. Please give President a hearing. He has an important message today. He must tell the nation what the intentions he has as the head of state, as the head of the executive. We expect him to address very critical issues which affect our communities: unemployment, the slow growth of the economy, lawlessness, what he intends to do about ensuring that women and children stop being abused and killed. So it is important for us as South Africans to participate, to listen, to give advice sometimes, to even raise our points of concern. So yes, we invite South Africans, keep your eyes on that TV, listen to the president. He is yours.
Well, that is where we are going to park it for now. And I say park because we will be speaking to many of the political parties represented in the House behind me as the morning proceeds. And of course, we want their views. And you heard what the host this evening, the Speaker of the National Assembly, Thandi Modise, had to say. Keep your eyes on these proceedings here. Coming to you live from Cape Town. I hand you back to Valen in studio for the latest sport.